Okay, so I want to play a game.
I love games.
And this is actually, I don't know if she started this, but I saw someone's Instagram caption. Her name is Gio Antoinette. And she captioned her Instagram photo and said, if you were arrested with no explanation, what would your friends and family assume you had done? So, Maya, if I was arrested with no reason, with no explanation, what would you assume I had done? And we're both gonna play this.
Yes.
So.
I feel like you were probably out somewhere.
We're gonna get the whole
story. Get the whole
Set
context
it up then.
story.
Set it up then. Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah?
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Mercury retrograde is coming from my neck and my throat and everything. You know what I mean? Everywhere else that it wants to come for, it's going to come for me.
It's coming through heavy.
No, for real. Like,
It's
y'all,
fucking
I
around.
cracked my phone today. Cracked my fucking phone. It's fine, though. It's fine. We're fine.
It's terrible.
We're not, attached to material objects.
Right.
As my eye is twitching. That happened. What else did I break? I broke hella shit today. I broke hella shit. And then I went to do laundry, and a part of the fucking laundry, like the inside was broken. I'm like, that looks sketch as fuck. Like, sketch as fuck.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because right now Mercury is currently retrograding in my second house of, like, possessions. But, like, I feel like things are breaking things.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. But also, I feel like it's trying to teach me something. And I'm just trying to be, like, kind of chill about it.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to react to it.
Yeah.
But it really was annoying.
Yeah. I mean, it's super annoying, triggering things. And like you said, even though, you don't have like a real tight tie to material items, like it's still frustrating to realize that something that you do value
I know.
was broken.
For real.
You
And
know?
like it's just, I really, when it happened, I'm like, I have two options. Like, either I'm going to throw myself a pity party and not do any of the things that I want to do and make everyone feel sorry for me. And it's like, I really don't have time for that. And I don't want that. So I just made myself do all the shit I needed to do. And I went on with my day.
Hell yeah. That's the best thing you really can do. You know what I mean?
Truly.
They always say you can't control what happens to you. You can only control your attitude and like mood towards it.
Absolutely. And I'm a big believer in everything happens for a reason. Like, for some reason, maybe you know what I mean? You just never know why something happens until way later. And you're like, oh, that happened, so that happened, so that wouldn't happen. Got it.
Yeah.
You know?
And I feel like you've also told me before, like, when things break, it's like releasing energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like for a good thing.
Absolutely.
So.
In my culture, when plates would break, let's say in the kitchen, my mom would always just say, it's fine. Like, she wouldn't get mad because she believed that if it breaks, it means there is some energy here. And until something breaks, that energy won't be able to leave.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. So maybe there is just something that needs to be released there, Bears.
Absolutely. And I'm going to let it be released. You can go.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Get the fuck out.
No, for real. I don't want you here. Like, truly. But it's hella funny because it broke, like, right on my camera. So, like, I absolutely cannot take any selfies. So I'm like, are you trying to tell me something?
That's hella funny. Actually, that's really irritating, but
I know.
Also
like, we got ready
funny.
today, and I was like, oh, my God, let me get a selfie. And I look at it, and I'm like, what the fuck?
you're like, I don't know.
Oh, I forgot.
It could be like an artistic photo.
No, there's nothing there.
Oh, it's like black.
Like, it's literally, like, it's nothing.
Oh.
It's not even me, like, blurry. Like, it's black. And
Got
then, like,
it.
some little, like, lines go through it.
Got it.
That's how fucked up it
Glitching.
is.
Got it.
No, it's definitely glitching. And maybe I'm, like, thinking too much into it, but I'm watching a really scary show. It's called Archive 81. It's on Netflix. And if you're new here, I love scary shows. I love being scared shitless. I just love to, be scared.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Scorpio. I like
do.
that dark shit. It makes
do.
me feel alive. But basically, like, the premise of the show is that this dude is, like, fixing these old videotapes.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're all glitchy and shit. And I'm like, the glitchy phone, the glitchy show. What's gonna happen?
Oh my god.
So, yeah.
That's actually really terrifying because you did tell me about that show, like, a few days ago, and it scared the fuck out of me, just her, like, telling me.
Oh, for sure. Like, if you guys love scary shit, I'll let you know. Watch it, and if you don't, stay away from it. But yeah, it's like about like some demonic sex cult. No big deal.
Oh, no biggie.
So yeah, check it out.
Some light TV watch.
And maybe possibly some like time travel. Really good for Aquarius season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
Get with it. I'll tell you guys like how I feel about it once I finish the show.
Yeah. We'll be looking forward to it.
If I'm still here.
Oh my god. Right, if the spirit doesn't come eat you.
And that was the last time we saw Sarah. I'm just kidding.
No, that'd be terrible.
They ain't gonna get me
Sarah,
that easily.
Right, Sarah would kick that demon's ass.
I
Come
really
on, y'all,
would.
You know it. You know it.
I would look at it and be like, ew.
Back
Have
the
you eaten
fuck
anything?
Are you mad? You look mad.
No, I mean, me and Maya were talking about like scary shit and like, you know, why she doesn't like it and like why I like it. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I just want to like understand people's minds. And I feel like when you watch like horror, you get to see the darkest sides of people.
No, it's true.
Whether it's the characters or even the person who was writing it. The fact that you came up with that, you know what I mean?
You're crazy. You're
like, that's
slow.
wild. And like, that for me is a way to protect myself. If I've seen the scariest shit, I'm not scared of nothing.
Right, nothing's gonna surprise you.
Exactly.
Later. No, I get that. I'm still just like, I don't want the surprise ever.
That's fine.
But you're so right. Like, it could help prep.
For sure.
You know?
You know what I mean? But like also like if you don't like scary shit, that's fine too.
Yeah.
I'm sure you feel alive in other ways. I like to be scared shitless.
I do.
Like you love roller coasters.
Right.
I hate roller
that
coasters.
scares the shit out of me too. So it's like a different kind of scared shitless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure. I at least go on the roller coasters.
Yeah.
I just close my eyes.
Okay, well, you know, like I sit in the room.
Or you gonna sit in the room and close your eyes?
I just like, you know, sometimes. Okay, no.
No, I was like, you don't stay in the room.
I don't. I usually leave or I fall asleep. Because I just can't take it.
And that's fine.
It's gonna fuck up my dreams, you know.
Yeah, definitely fucks up my dreams.
Yeah. I just don't know how you push through that part.
I don't know. It's just interesting for me to see what happens, you know.
And then when it like merges with your memories too, like I feel like that would just be like too much for your girl.
The thing is, I just like,
Truly.
I know I'm always going to have crazy ass dreams. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a dreamer and I remember my dreams.
Yeah.
And I've just had so many dreams after watching scary shit that I just know it's not real. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, it doesn't mean anything. Like,
Right.
I watched a scary movie and I had a scary dream, you know?
For sure.
Doesn't mean they're like coming to get me.
I feel like in the morning though, there's a moment in time where I'm so sensitive that I really feel like I'm like, was that real? Are they coming to get me? Like
Yeah.
the line is too blurred.
I feel like that's normal, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if that's not happening, you're weird. Like, you're
Yeah.
gonna think, and then that's when your human mind is like, no,
Right.
that wouldn't
Okay.
happen.
Okay.
You know what I
So
mean?
you just push through that part.
I do push through
And
that
everyone
part.
who likes scary movies just pushes through that part.
I mean, I don't know the other people's minds. Maybe some people really just don't get scared, and those
Yeah.
are usually the people that end up in movies and something bad happens to them. So stop saying that you don't believe in it. Pay your respects.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I pushed through.
Okay. Okay, so I wanted to talk about Aquarius season because it's like Aquarius season.
Yes,
now.
happy Aquarius season.
Yes, happy birthday to all of our aquas out there.
You trendsetters.
Yes, we love you so much. So I just wanted to know how you're feeling this Aquarius season. What's the energy for you? And do you have any like personal goals?
Okay, so I love Aquarius season. And it's really freaking funny because actually last week when we were filming our videos, I had like a straight up laugh attack. Like I was just feeling the joy. And right in that moment, I was like, why am I finding everything so funny right now? The sun just moved into Aquarius, and sure enough, I go on my app and it was at 0 degrees Aquarius. I'm like, I knew it. There's no way Capricorn season would have me feeling this good.
Right,
Like, you know
be
what I mean?
laughing this hard, feeling so light.
Like, don't get me wrong. I love Capricorn energy, love Capricorn season. It gets me to be on top of my shit. But I definitely feel more serious.
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't get to let loose as much as I want to. So I definitely felt that shift from Cap season to Aquarius season. And I've been loving it because I genuinely feel like I've been like hanging out with my friends, like seeing all the people I love and just focusing less on myself and more so on my community.
Yeah.
Which I feel like it's the best time. All air seasons to me are the best time to just hang out with people safely.
Yes.
Because we're still in the pandemic.
Yes.
And just like let loose. You know what I mean? Not take life too seriously. Let your creativity flow. And that's what I've been doing too. I've been doing my art. I've just been loving it.
Yes. Yes. No, I agree. I've absolutely been loving the energy. I feel like while I appreciate Capricorn season and all Cap placements, I feel like it's really intense for me as a Sag. You know what I mean? Especially coming off after having like a generally fun Sag season like all the time and like breaking the rules.
Yeah.
So when I have to come down and be like structured, it's a lot. So I feel like I get to breathe again in Aquarius season.
Yeah.
I absolutely love air signs. You know what I mean? Like I love it when it's air sign season. And especially Aquarius because I have an Aquarius rising. And I feel like it just makes me feel proud again of my quirkiness. You know what I mean? I feel like I really like lean into it and the things that make me so unique and different, I just get to, or I feel like I appreciate more.
Yeah.
You know, and I spend more time like focusing on those things.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. I also feel like Capricorn season can be so serious for me because of the fact that it's in my first house. So I'm thinking about myself a lot. How can I better myself? Like, what do I need to work on? And this is why astrology is so fucking cool, is that like there's seasons to the types of feelings you get depending on your chart. You know what I mean? Like if I'm focusing on myself, that's what 30 days, because that's just Cap season. The next 30 days I can focus on something else. And like that is the beauty of astrology. It's really helping you grow every aspect of your life throughout the astrology year. So if you know, like a certain season, but another season you're not really feeling it, don't worry. Another season's coming soon.
Yes.
You know, and maybe in different stages of your life, you'll like different seasons because different types of themes are going to be prevalent in your life at different stages of your life.
Yes. And I feel like, as we always say, you have something to learn from each sign.
Yeah.
Like, even though I just said that Capricorn season is hard on me, I still really value it. You know what I mean? There's things that I need to learn, and there's a reason why it's still hard for me. Like, I don't hate Cancer season as much as I used to, and that's because I feel like I've worked on the things that, to me, remind me of Cancer energy.
Yeah.
You know? But I still have to work on the Capricorn stuff, right? And I have fun in Aqua season because I feel like that's my energy more.
For sure.
As an Aquarius rising. So just keep that in mind that, as Sarah said, and we always say, like, through each season, there's new things that you can take on. And, like, maybe it's hard for you because you have to work a little bit harder in it. But next season, next month, there'll be something new to focus on, you know?
Abso-freaking-lutely. And I feel like everything that I accomplished in Cap season, like, I am just so excited to celebrate and let loose during Aquarius season. Like, I have a lot of people that I'm probably going to be hanging out with more so in Aquarius season than I did in Cap season because, again, I was focusing on myself, working on my fitness. You know what I mean? Like, you're working on some shit usually during Capricorn season, and comes Aquarius season, you're like, I want to share this energy with my community now, you know?
Want to have fun and talk about it. Share your ideas, like you said.
Exactly. Okay, so I want to play a game.
I love games.
And this is actually, I don't know if she started this, but I saw someone's Instagram caption. Her name is Antoinette. And she captioned her Instagram photo and said, if you were arrested with no explanation, what would your friends and family assume you had done? So, Maya, if I was arrested with no reason, with no explanation, what would you assume I had done? And we're both gonna play this.
Yes.
So.
I feel like you were probably out somewhere.
We're gonna get the whole context.
Story. Set it up then.
Set it up then.
know how I do. You know how I do.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I feel like you were out somewhere with some friends.
Because I'll be wilding up with my friends.
Yes. It wouldn't just be you by yourself, I feel like, if you were getting arrested. That just seems like, no.
Yeah.
No. So, yeah, you would definitely be with your friends. I feel like somebody probably provoked you or provoked one of your friends, and you were like, I'm not taking this energy. And then they were like, okay, well, let's go then. You were like, okay, well, let's go then. And then you beat their ass. And then they called the cops on you.
I love that.
That's what I would think.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Okay.
Uh-huh. What about me?
I would say, like, yelling at someone in authority. Like, I feel like you would get arrested for literally, like, going up to someone who has power in the environment that you're in and just saying some foul-ass shit, and you didn't realize, oh, shit, you own the place? And then they call the cops, and you get arrested.
Funny. I could see that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I could see yours, too.
Yeah.
Because with my friends, I don't play.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I feel like, truly, you don't let people, like, cross you or disrespect you. You know what I mean?
Absolutely not. I mean, to me, absolutely not. But if you're doing it to my people, like, even with me, like, I can protect my peace. But the fact that you are hurting someone I love,
exactly.
Oh my fucking God.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I just hate that shit.
And especially,
it hurts me deeply when the people I love are being disrespected in front of me. Mm-hmm. And I feel like it's my job
to protect them.
Yeah, I want them to sit comfortably and watch.
You're like, I'll handle your
take care of this.
Right. For sure.
And we're talking about arrested, so, it goes way beyond, like, normal scenarios.
Yes.
Because usually I could end them with my words.
Yeah.
It really doesn't need to get physical.
Right.
Ever.
Never.
But, yeah, if I got arrested, it probably got physical.
Right. Exactly. And I just imagine someone, like, picking on, like, the underdog or something, too, of, like, the friend group, and you being like,
Oh, my God. Yo.
You want to fight somebody.
I fucking swear, that is literally my biggest fucking pet peeve. See? When people go for the underdog. Right. I'm like, you're going to get me started. Like, I swear. Like, I'm always rooting for the underdog. Yeah. Because I genuinely feel like, maybe it's my Libra side reel. Like, I have a thirst for justice. And I feel like when people are being treated unfairly, like, it's my job now to make sure that they're okay.
Right.
And if someone has not found their voice yet, I'm going to stand up for them. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, got me hot just thinking about it.
Right. And I can also really see mine, too, because I feel like I would totally go off on somebody who was, like, trying to tell me.
Yeah, what to do.
Or, like, you know what I mean? Like, who the fuck are you?
No, you definitely would. I definitely would.
I definitely have almost got, I mean, I've gotten kicked out of places for doing that.
I know. And I've been there with you.
Yeah. So, next step, if I disrespected them more, I'm sure it would be.
Yeah, for sure.
Them calling the cops on me, so yeah, that totally makes sense.
Yeah, I think we know each other.
Yeah, really well.
Honestly, if you're listening on a podcast streaming platform and if you're on YouTube, comment on our YouTube section and our YouTube comments what you guys think. Like, what would you get arrested for? What would they say?
Yes,
about
what would your friends say about you?
Because that shit is fucking funny. I think this is so funny.
Yes.
I
love this. Yes. And if you can't think of it, literally just text your friend and ask them what you think I would get arrested for.
What if there was, like, some sort of, like, sick joke? Because, in America, the policing system isn't all that great anyway. Right. But what if it's, like, you can't get your friend unless you guess right? What did they do? Oh, my God! You have two. You have two guesses. Yeah, you have two guesses.
Oh, my
It's like, how well do you know your people?
That's funny. I'd be like, okay, can I have some qualifying clues? Who was she with?
For real.
Because I feel like sometimes that would be able to help you guess what would be happening. Mm-hmm. Because,
they're going to hang up. Be like, shut the fuck up.
Like, no. Guess.
I ain't got time for this. I got other people waiting in line.
I'm making the rules. And I'd be like, well, fuck you.
Oh, my God.
They'll come pick me up.
Yeah. Here we fucking go. What happened now?
Okay, so I saw that Oscar Mayer wiener, which, like, makes, like, bologna.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Supposedly.
What is that?
Supposedly it's bologna.
Right. Weird meat. Strange meat. I don't even like bologna, but yeah, whatever. They paired with like a Korean beauty brand and they made actual like fake bologna face masks. Because I'm not sure if you remember back in the day, they had these commercials.
Yeah, where they had the bologna on the face.
Yeah. So like, she's like, I need a drink. So they like made a face mask for it, I guess. And I just thought that was so crazy.
Again, who is their target audience? Like, you know what I mean? Like, or like, is it like
it ain't me?
It's not millennials.
Right.
I have a feeling no one from our generation is gonna be fucking with it. Is it the fucking boomers? Like, they think it's funny?
Right. Probably they're trying to be cool.
Oh my god, that is so stupid.
Isn't that so funny though? I just thought it was so funny.
I'm sorry if you like this product and I'm talking all this shit, but I think it's the dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard.
No, for sure. I feel like it's hella like hypey. You know what I mean?
It is, and like, I just think it's just so stupid. Like, look at the bologna on the face.
Right. And again, like, I just absolutely hate bologna. So I just wouldn't ever, you know what I mean, personally get this product, but I thought it was really funny and weird.
Funny. It's funny and weird, and it fits the theme of Aquarius season.
Right.
Fucking weird. Fucking weird as hell. Weird as fuck.
Yes, but if you like bologna,
exactly,
you can.
No, I mean, I used to eat bologna when I was like in middle school. Like, you know what I mean? Like that, you put it on the sandwich. That's fine. I don't care. I'm not hating on the bologna.
Yeah.
I'm hating on this partnership.
This weird, yeah.
It's not happening.
What if Oscar Mayer Wiener is trying to venture into the beauty biz?
I don't know what they could provide for that industry, but I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yes. What a very nice answer. That
was politically correct. I feel like I don't want them to come for us. I don't see the vision. Help me see it.
Yes. Yes. Seems random.
Seems weird.
Yes.
What is their slogan? Get a load of this bologna. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, what is it gonna say?
Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah. I have no idea. It's just strange, you know?
It is.
And I would
what
never...
if in other countries, like, that's gonna be, like, a thing?
Oh, yeah. That would be weird. I personally would not think, like, it would be trustworthy as, like, a face mask.
I think, okay, this is the kind of face mask that would be, like, when you're checking out in, like, Forever 21. Like,
yes!
You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh, yes!
It's not gonna be something you go order online. Seriously, it's gonna be very gimmicky.
Yes.
You know? The kind of shit where you're in line, you're like, what the fuck is that?
Right.
And then you get it as a joke.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Totally.
Maybe that's what they wanted.
Yeah.
And if so, did that?
Then it worked.
Okay, I want to talk about something a little more serious, which is relationships and dating. Well, they're as serious as you want them to be.
Facts.
Let me correct myself, because some people don't take that shit seriously. I want to talk about cheating, and not just cheating, but like the aftermath after it's already happened. And, you know, the person who's been cheated on, the way they hold their partner accountable versus the person that their partner cheated on them with.
I see what you're saying here.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, when people are very quick to forgive their partner.
Yeah.
But are just, I mean, and for good reason, they hate the person that their partner cheated on them with.
But
also that person, low-key, has no loyalty to you unless it's like your ex-best friend or some shit like that. Or like your sibling, which happens apparently. But yeah, like, how do you feel about that?
I personally don't like it because, like you said, to me, ultimately, the person you are with has loyalty to you. You know what I mean? Whoever that other person was, they don't really matter. You know what I mean? They don't know you. And yes, it is fucked up, especially if they knew about you, to do something like that. But you have no type of relationship. Yes, you can still be upset that this happened and hate this person, but the person you need to be holding accountable is your partner.
Yeah.
Because they're the only person who made a promise, somewhat of a promise to you in this relationship.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And I feel like it could be anybody. They could have cheated on you with anybody. So that's why, like, that person doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally.
It's a character flaw in the person that you're dating. At the end of the day, if the person that they cheated on you with is a shitty person, cool. You don't have to deal with them. It's your partner that you have to deal with and you're choosing to deal with and be with. So their character flaws are what really matters. So you forgiving your partner, that's actually going to fuck up your relationship more than you forgiving that person.
Facts.
The third party.
For sure.
Again, we're not judging, like, you know, if you figured it out, that's fine. I don't know what exactly happens in every cheating scenario ever. It's different for everyone, but typically, I personally believe, once a cheater, like, you're probably going to cheat again unless you actively are doing the work to understand why you want to step outside your relationship, why loving one person and one person loving you isn't enough.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. I feel like after cheating happens, and you want to try and continue the relationship, you have to have really tough conversations. And I feel like normally couples don't do that because they're already not communicating. You know what I mean? I feel like if you're going to cheat, you're obviously already not communicating about something. So it's like that much harder to say now, like, oh, okay, well, let's sit down and really talk about everything that I did, and I have to be accountable for everything that I did.
Yeah.
You know?
My thing is, though, I can't help but be pessimistic about the future of said relationship because even if you forgive them and you take them back, again, unless you do a lot of deep, deep work, you're always going to have this resentment, you know? And I've seen it happen so many times where, like, you supposedly forgave them, but you're holding it over their head every time they fuck up. Even during fuck-ups that have nothing to do with cheating or infidelity, you will always find a way to bring it back. And I'm not judging because you're the one that got cheated on and your pain is completely valid, but is this the right situation for you to be in for the rest of your life?
Right.
Being with someone who has hurt you deeply and that you just can't seem to forgive?
Right. It's not fair, even though, again, it's absolutely terrible to be cheated on. But if you say that you're getting over it, it's not fair to continuously punish the other person.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's really
like
not.
If you said that you're over it, like you should, you know what I mean? The other person's going to believe that you're over it. And if you're not, you need to communicate that and hold the other person accountable. And I agree that to me, the future looks dim with this type of relationship.
Yeah, it's not looking too good.
The trust is broken, which is also one of the main core values to me in a relationship is trust.
And
like
loyalty.
You broke my trust. And that is not something that can really be built back once it's broken.
You know what's wild is that, like, people that have been cheated on and end the relationship and get with other people still have trauma from the last person that cheated on them. So imagine how much trauma you're carrying when you're still with that person who cheated on you. You know, It takes a lot of work to get that relationship back to a healthy place.
Yeah.
And, you know, I want to be fair and speak on the fact that, maybe sometimes the person that you feel like is your person cheats on you, and no matter what, you want to make it work, whatever. Like, I get that. Even though I hate this for you. I fucking hate this for you. I want your person to be someone who doesn't cheat on you.
Yeah, totally.
But some people really do feel that way. And maybe a lot of marriages have lasted till the end of time, and it started with someone cheating, and you forgave them, and, you know, you lived happily ever after. I don't know how that works, but...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe that happens. I'm really not trying to be shady.
Yeah.
Maybe that happens, and I want to be fair and just speak on that fact, too.
Yeah.
You know, I know it's happened before.
Totally. I strongly believe that if you want to continue in this kind of relationship or something, and I believe that those relationships only continue if you seek professional help. Like I said, to me, when people start cheating, there's obviously communication issues that are starting to happen, right? You're not seeing eye to eye. You can't talk to each other about what's really going on. So you probably need a mediator there to help mediate these conversations.
Yeah, and also just the effects it has on your self-esteem.
Yes.
You know, being cheated on, I feel like that also takes a long time for you to get back to where you were before you found out you've been cheated on or someone fucked you over. Yeah. You know, like, it sucks because you didn't do this to yourself, but now it is your responsibility to fix it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, no other person, even the person that you love, they can't give you your self-confidence back.
Nope.
You have to do that work yourself, because it is hard. You can't help but think that, like, well, what did they have that I don't have?
Yep.
How can I become that? Maybe I'm not good enough. Like, all this bullshit that you didn't bring upon yourself.
Right.
Someone else did by cheating on you.
Yeah, and it's not, none of it is true. You know what I mean? When people get cheated on, it has absolutely nothing to do with you. And I feel like when you first cheated on, that's actually the hardest thing to understand. As somebody who's been cheated on in a relationship, it literally took me years to get that through my thick skull. That it wasn't about me. It was never about me. It's this person's own issues.
Yeah.
And like, you have to separate that. Similar to like what we do with our parents and their trauma. You know what I mean? It's like, I know I was a part of this, but that's actually not for me. Yeah. You know, and how can I work to rebuild myself after something so terrible like that happened? You know, because again, I get that it freaking hurts. And me just saying like, it's not about you, like, isn't, I feel like, enough. But once you come out on the other end, you understand.
Yeah, and I guess that's why it's so hard to heal through that relationship, like sticking it out with them.
Yeah. Because
when they're in your face still, like, it's hard to heal in the same environment that you were broken, you know?
Mm-hmm. And listen, I'm way too jealous of a person. Like, if I even see them looking at the waitress, I'm like, is that who you cheating on me with now? Like, you know what I mean? But
real.
Like, dead ass, like,
No.
I'm that crazy. Like, it would just never work for me.
Yeah, me neither.
It would
And
never
also,
work for me.
I mean, on some, like, cocky shit, what's wrong with you to cheat on me? Like, you're clearly not okay in the head. And
that part.
I want you guys to also take this energy of mine and believe that about yourself. What the hell is wrong with them to look at you and think that they need more than you?
Right.
Like, truly. Like, there's something wrong with them if they need more than you. Remember that shit.
Right. You literally cuckoo in the head.
If you're going to make yourself go crazy, think about that. Not why they cheated. Think about what's wrong with them.
Right. Because you know that you have a amazing love to give and you're very, you know what I mean?
It's just hard to, like, I wish everyone could understand, like, this is why it's important to love yourself before you get into relationships. Yes. Because as soon as some shit like that happens, or even someone just, you know, someone being with you and you guys going out and them flirting with someone else, like, even disrespectful shit like that. Yeah. You are so quick to be like, I don't want you. Because you know what you bring to the table and you know how amazing you are. And the first sign of disrespect and them not knowing your worth, you're out. Mm-hmm. But it's hard when you're younger because you don't have these experiences and you don't have that self-love.
For sure.
You know, so you can't help but be so dependent on their love for you.
Yeah.
And when you get cheated on, you're like, well, what's wrong with me? I don't even know myself, but can you tell me what's wrong with me?
Right. I feel like when we're younger too, and I mean, not even younger, I feel like when we're in relationships, oftentimes we make everything about the relationship. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think when we're younger, we tend to not have other hobbies or other things going on for us. We're putting literally our all into this relationship because we're thinking in a few years we're going to get married and it's going to be like, just like the movies. You know what I mean? But that's not how life really works.
Yeah, for real. For real.
So it's just like, just remember too, we often say this on our channel, like, make sure you have other things going on for yourself too. That helps with the self-love, you know, like, have your own hobbies, things that make you happy. Make sure you're doing those things for yourself because it'll make it that much easier to bounce back when something negative like that does happen to you.
Yo, honestly, I'm just mad thinking about, like, me being a teenager, how much time, energy, and passion I had for, like, matters of love. I'm like, if you just took an ounce of that and put it into something else, like, imagine if you put all of that into something else, you would be a fucking billionaire by now, like, truly, like...
No, truly.
I don't know if it's just because I'm a water sign. No, we were all crazy, right?
Yeah.
Teenagers. We were all just ready to find our person.
That was what life's
like, what
purpose
the fuck are you talking about? Find your person. Find yourself. Like, seriously.
No, but truly, I really thought up until the age of like 21, 22, that my life was to find my partner and live together. Not like me. just living for me.
Well, it's like we can't even blame ourselves because our society
for sure.
has made us feel like we have no value unless we're in a relationship, unless we get married, unless we start popping them out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, that's true.
And if you actively choose to be single, or let's say you're working on yourself, people are looking at you like, well, what's wrong with you?
Right.
Don't you want to get married?
Right. And then they really start to ask you, what's wrong with you? Why aren't you married? Why are you still single?
Yeah.
My God,
especially
my
for
question.
women, because you men
For
get it
sure.
a little easier.
Uh-huh. No, he's a bachelor. He's hot.
Yeah. He's successful. He doesn't need a woman. But with women, it's like, oh, you don't have a man? What's wrong with you?
Right. No children? You don't want babies?
Yeah. I think it's so inappropriate when
God.
people like force motherhood, parenthood onto people.
Oh my
Like, why don't
God.
you want it? Like, why is that any of your business?
It makes me so uncomfortable.
Because, like, what if they do and they can't get pregnant? And what if they
Exactly.
just don't want it? Like, either way, not your fucking business.
Right. And people just feel so, what's the word?
Justified?
Yes, justified to just ask these questions. And it's
Yeah.
like, you're not even really thinking about the negative repercussions that can come from that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
It could literally send someone down a very dark path.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you have a deep insecurity and someone else brings that up to you, that pain is so much worse than what you were originally feeling all by yourself. Because
Mhm.
now you're thinking in your head, oh my God, everyone knows that I feel insecure about this.
Right.
Like, it doesn't even have to be about babies. It could be something, like, it could be physical. Like, it could be whatever. That's why, like, you just can't talk to people like that.
No.
If you notice something like that, like, don't say it. If they can't control something, don't talk about it.
Right. Yes, there's so many better questions to ask people or comment or things to comment on rather than their physical appearance or asking them about their families and stuff like that. You know?
Yeah,
Because, like, those are very sensitive topics.
they really are.
I feel like unless somebody's bringing it up to you, tread with caution around those subjects.
Mhm.
Truly. Because you don't know what's going on with them.
Yeah. And it sucks because a lot of people are like that because their parents were like that to them. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? So they carry that on with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I grew up in a family, and I think a lot of you guys can agree, where, like, everyone is hypercritical of, like, oh, you gained weight. Oh, you lost weight. Like, you know what
my
I
God,
mean? And
yeah.
they just, like, say it out loud. And I know I'm not the only person that has family like this. And it's like, I wish they could just understand that it's not appropriate.
Right.
Cool that you notice it. Just say it in your head. You
Yes,
know?
keep it to yourself. Because you know what? You wouldn't like it if I started commenting on those things about you. I am kind enough that I would never do something like that because I know how much it hurts.
Yeah, the worst part is I feel like it happened more when I was younger. And I think that's the case for a lot of people.
Yeah.
When you're younger, I feel like your family feels more comfortable sharing these things
Mhm.
with you. And that's actually worse.
Yeah,
Because
'cause
when you're
it's
younger, you're
harder
more
to protect
sensitive.
yourself.
And
Yeah.
what they say, it takes a toll on you more than when you're an adult. When you're an adult and they say shit, you're like, family's family. Like,
Right.
whatever. I'm used to it. When you're young, you're like, oh my God.
No, it's like those are where those insecurities stem that you deal with as an adult.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Family can really just fuck you up.
They really can.
And so can relationships in general.
Yeah.
I feel like, but I say that, but that doesn't mean that you don't seek love still.
Yeah.
You know what I
Or
mean?
that you can't change your relationships with people
Mhm.
because a lot of times I feel like we're scared of having relationships because of our first experiences with relationships with our families.
Mhm.
We're scared that maybe the cycle will repeat itself. And
Yeah.
I want everyone to understand that you are a powerful creator. And just because you came from certain types of dynamics, that doesn't mean you have to carry that over in the future. You can build your own ideal family, relationship, whatever.
Mm-hmm. And you do that with communication and setting boundaries with people.
And healing yourself, honestly.
Mm-hmm. And also, yeah, going through tough shit, but like Sarah said, healing yourself. You know what I mean? Growing
Yeah.
through it as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I wanted to talk about CBD and marijuana
Yes.
had positive effects of helping people heal from the coronavirus or also even just keeping them from getting it, which I thought was amazing.
I saw that shit.
As y'all may know or may you not know, I'm a big stoner, so like that was just very exciting.
Yeah.
And I'm here for that.
We both are very much in tune with our green energy.
Yes.
That's all I have to say.
We love trees.
Yeah, we love trees. I really do love trees.
I really do.
I love tree too.
I love trees and flowers.
But I saw that shit and I'm like, yes, that's another win for the team.
Right. Make it legal.
Honestly.
Just so people, yeah.
Yeah, when the pandemic first started, that's when I started doing research on CBD because I've been, smoking for a while, but CBD was something that I was interested in because I have horrible insomnia, anxiety, all the things, really, as a millennial trying to survive in this capitalistic society. And I did my research, and I ended up getting a CBD oil subscription, and I've been getting my CBD subscription every month, and it's literally the best thing I've done for myself. And I just love it because it helps me focus. It helps me relax. It helps me wind down. It helps me sleep better. I'm a big, big advocate.
Huge advocate as well. Sarah introduced me, and I was like, let me see what this is all about. And honestly, I've been in love ever since.
Yeah, it's amazing.
10 out of 10 recommend for everyone 18 and over.
Yeah, and if you're like, oh my God, is that the weed? It gets you high?
Right.
No, CBD doesn't get you high.
It won't. I actually double-checked this. It won't produce a positive drug test for you either.
Yeah, it doesn't. You good.
So you good. Okay?
Check it out. Do your research. Okay, I want to talk about something that's a little shady.
Okay.
And I want to expose. It's
Shady.
time to expose a little bit.
Yes.
I saw that the Los Angeles Times tweeted something about the Super Bowl and how basically the Super Bowl wants to have dancers work for free for 72 hours.
What the?
And they were even asked to provide their own transportation and adhere to a strict confidentiality protocol.
What the hell?
How the fuck? How the fuck is one of the biggest nights in America?
Huge moneymaker.
Yeah. And you can't pay your dancers? That seems so fucked up to me.
No, that is so
They're putting literally
shady.
their blood, sweat, and tears
Their body on the line. Yeah.
And you want them to just, what?
To do it for free? What?
If you don't have the money, just say that.
Right.
And don't hire dancers. Like, what did they get out of that? Just a picture, I was at the Super Bowl. Like, what?
That's not cool. It's not going to get them other gigs or more money.
It just sounds so weird.
hell?
And the fact that they wanted them to sign a confidentiality agreement so it won't come out because they know it looks bad.
Right. Who would ever agree to something like that? Who would ever agree to something like that? No actual
someone who
professional
dancer. Someone who's unaware.
Yeah.
Someone who, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Just looking to get their start and stuff. Fuck. It's just so, I hate that
People
kind of
pay
behavior 'cause it's
millions of
predatory.
companies pay millions of dollars to have their commercials shown.
Yes.
You know what I mean? At the Super Bowl. How is it that they don't have enough money?
No, it's just literally them trying to be very greedy, and it's absolutely disgusting because there's so much money generated from the Super Bowl from ads. Like, the fact that you can't pay dancers even like a stipend, that's just absolutely ridiculous.
It is very, very, very strange. It also says aspiring dancers, actors, singers, and musicians are expected to be grateful for the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, but the situation is causing a stir in the dance community. Grateful for what? For coming here and doing this shit for free? Like, what the fuck are they on?
Why would I be grateful for that?
I'm sorry I'm cussing so much, but this is just who I am.
But it's just like, why would they though? The cuss words make you, to me, very honest.
Thank you. Because I'm like,
because it's
I'm
true.
offended.
It's fucking
I get
true.
what I say. I hate when shit is unfair, and this is unfair.
Right. Just gonna speak up and speak out. Because, yeah, it truly just doesn't make any sense. And I wonder now if the dancers could all come together and, like, sue.
Yeah.
Somehow. Like,
They
I don't
really
know how that would work, but, like, can that be a thing?
It really should. And I think whoever was talking about this, whoever it happened to, they also said that this is another example of the systemic problem in the dance industry where we feel we are being bullied to pony up by participating for exposure only or face being blacklisted if we speak out. Like, it's almost like they're bullying them.
For sure.
They're blackmailing them, saying you're gonna do this, and if you talk about it, you're not gonna be able to get gigs anywhere.
Right.
Ever. Imagine dance being your passion. You know what I mean? And knowing that your industry is like this. That would make me so sad.
For sure. And I feel like since the pandemic, I can't imagine that there's a lot of concerts or things going on for dancers to make money. You know what I mean? So it's like extra. So right. It's even more fucked up. You know what I mean? Like this is probably the first opportunity they've had in a long time. And you're going to not pay them? Yeah. Like what?
It's fucked.
Like nobody cares about exposure anymore. That's what social media is for. We can do that on our own.
They can make a TikTok if they wanted to.
Thank you very much. Like what?
That's wild.
I can't.
Honestly, it just makes me angry.
I can, but I can't.
Because I believe it. It's America.
Yeah.
In our country, sadly, people aren't valued.
No.
They're just looked at machines who do the work and maybe you'll get paid. Like, how rude.
Right. No, it's so backwards that like people really aren't valued for the skills. You know what I mean? Like they just look at us like a bottom line, and sometimes not even that because they're like, I'm not gonna pay you.
Yeah, because I mean, when
you're
you live
literally
in a country
just a body
with all these corporations and how much they can get away with, they need workers, and we are their workers. Like they don't look at us as someone who has great ideas.
No. Right. But that's why I feel like it's extra shady because it's like, then why are you hiring me? You know, like, shouldn't you be hiring me because you see a special skill that I have? Like, why don't you value that? You know?
Yeah, that's why it's so important when you are interviewing for companies to ask them the right questions too. Like, I'm sorry, do you want to work for that company? Because just as much as they're interviewing you about whether you're right for the role, you're interviewing them to see whether they're the right company for you, whether they value you, whether they'll respect you, whether they'll respect your work-life balance. Like, all that shit is important.
Very important. And, like, ultimately is what makes your life. You know what I mean? Like, yes, we're here to work, but that's not what life is all about. You know what I mean? Like, you should value the skill that I can bring. I'll do better when you value me, and then you give me my time and space to like live my life.
Yeah.
Because that's what a mutual healthy relationship, working relationship is. Because you're right. I feel like a lot of people forget that when you're interviewing that you need to be checking to see if this is a right match for you too.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the thing. And I feel like it makes you be more confident going into that interview as well. When you go into interviews and you just think that the interviewer has all the power, of course you're going to be very, very nervous. Of course you may stumble over your words. But when you go into it thinking it's 50-50. You know what I mean? Like, you got power, I got power. Do I want you? Do you want me? You know what I mean?
This is my interview just as much as it is yours.
Exactly.
So make sure you're asking all the questions and getting all the information you need. And if people are being spotty and dodging it, that's a red flag.
That's a red flag, for sure. For sure.
Don't join them. It only gets worse. If you're already seeing the red flags from the interview, it only gets worse.
If they hire you on the spot, they're desperate. It only gets worse. Listen, you learn from me. And I know I'm not the only one. You're like, oh my God, they love me so much that they hired me on the spot. No. They're understaffed and they have a high turnover rate and they need you. Oh, God.
Facts.
If you guys want us to talk about, like, corporate etiquette, like bullshit like that, shit that we've learned working in professional environments, let us know.
Yes, we have lots to say about it.
Yeah, we really do.
And I think a lot of we've been through some bad shit in the workplace, so
I got trauma.
We could teach you some things.
I got trauma. I got professional trauma.
Right.
All right, so if you watch our other YouTube videos that are not the podcast, then you know that we have questions on here that are related to our YouTube topics. Are you ready for our first question?
Yes.
So we did a video, who are the best signs at keeping secrets? And from that video, we pulled the question, does the combination of your big three make you good or bad at keeping secrets? So Maya, does the combination of your big three make you good or bad at keeping secrets? And then you can also tell us your personal, you know what I mean?
Yes. Okay, so my big three, first of all, I'm a Sag Sun, Aquarius Rising, Libra Moon. And I feel like No.
We love an honest queen. We love
I'm being
that
honest
you're honest
here. I like to, I'm not even gonna like lie to you guys right now. Like when I was younger, I was really bad at keeping secrets. And I can still be kind of bad. Like you have to tell me, like, Maya, this is a secret. Don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
And then I'll take it to my grave, but like you gotta tell me for sure.
Definitely.
I feel like the signs we talked about, you don't even have to tell them it's a secret, and they'll just like keep it like a secret. You know what I mean? Which is another thing that I really appreciate about them.
I don't think you're like out here being like, I'm gonna tell everybody's business.
No.
I think you just don't think about it.
don't.
And that's what happens with certain signs. They really don't think about it because it's not something that they ever thought about.
Yeah. Like, I'm not being shady by being like, I'm gonna tell you a secret.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
you a blabbermouth.
Yeah. I thought it was common knowledge.
Exactly what I said in the video. Oh my God, for real. Yes, and that has happened to us before where I was like, yeah, I have this news, and it wasn't public knowledge, but it was besties knowledge. And then I had other people be like, I heard about this. I'm like, what the fuck?
He's like, I was like, shit. So awkward as her best friend. I'm like, fuck, I fucked up. I know we're going to talk about this later.
Oh my God. But it really hasn't happened since.
Yeah, no, it hasn't. That's growth.
It
growth.
really is. You know, you're supposed to learn shit from each other.
It's true.
Yeah.
I've learned many things from my Scorpio queen.
Yeah, I've learned many from you too, like how to be more open.
Yeah.
Because not everything's a fucking secret.
Yeah. Balance.
Literally. All right, so for me, I'm a Scorpio sun, Gemini moon, Capricorn rising. I would say I am great at keeping secrets, even though that Gemini moon, she loves to talk. But I swear, I have told on myself maybe before because of my Gemini moon, but usually I have that shit in check. Like my Scorpio sun, like I said, take it to the grave. Capricorn rising, I'm way too serious. You know what I mean? Like I'm not out here like just like talking to random people or like talking about actually other people to people. It's not fun for me. I want to talk about ideas.
Yeah. I feel like it's bad business.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. And usually I'm not gonna bring it up unless you're gonna bring it up.
Exactly.
And then maybe I'll still shut it down.
Right.
Because why are we talking about this?
Because it's not for public or lots of people to be talking about.
For sure.
But yeah, I know that you don't tell any secrets.
Yeah.
You really don't. She really doesn't. But the Gemini moon, it does make you be like, okay, well.
Yeah. I definitely have my Gemini moon, like she loves to talk. And it's actually very difficult having a Scorpio sun with a Gemini moon. Like these are very polar opposites in terms of communication. I feel like Gemini placements love to talk and Scorpio doesn't like to talk too much. But my Gemini moon definitely pushes me to communicate more than I want to sometimes.
Share a little more.
Exactly.
Because yes, as we all know, Geminis can be oversharers.
Exactly. I have I give details. You know what I mean? Like when I'm telling a story, I give details, and my Scorpio's looking at me like, what the fuck?
Right. Don't
Nobody
tell the
needs
details.
to know that. Nobody needs to know that.
Right.
I'm like, but it makes the story. It makes it. They need to know. They need to feel like they're there.
Oh my gosh, I love it. It's true though.
Yeah.
Geminis really are great storytellers for that reason.
Yeah.
But then,
I
you're
can't
not
pick
great
and
at keeping
choose.
secrets
Yeah.
because you remember all the details.
It's
like love that, but then also like hate that. But,
Yeah, for sure. I feel like also with my Capricorn rising, like the way I try to present myself to the world is someone who takes herself very seriously.
Yeah.
And I feel like someone who's always talking about other people's business is not going to be taken seriously. You're just not. People will remember that.
It's like low vibrational stuff.
Yeah. And I'm not perfect. We were all young once and we were stupid.
Yeah.
But generally, I always knew it was bad to talk about other people's secrets.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't a nice thing to do.
Yeah.
And I never wanted that, to happen to me. And I always knew I would never do that to people because it's fucked up. And karma's a bitch.
Karma is
be
a
careful
bitch.
Be careful whose secrets you talk about. Because your secrets might be out on the streets the next day.
Facts.
And
you may lose a friend by sharing their information. You know what I mean?
You
like,
really
depending
could.
on how big that secret is, like, there are some serious consequences.
Yeah.
And
on some real shit, like, it is easy to connect with people when you're talking about other people.
Yeah.
But, like, you have to do better than that. There's so much other shit in this world you can talk about than other people's business.
Seriously. Talk about your own business. Or, you know what I mean? Like, why are you talking about other people?
Actually, though, but people don't want to. Maybe they don't have anything interesting to share. So they're like, oh, but I heard about so-and-so, and their life's really interesting, so let's talk about them.
Oh, I see.
Or just be a normal person. Watch reality shows.
Talk about them. Exactly. Don't you have characters that you like? Talk about those characters, not real people.
Yeah.
You know?
Because then you feel guilty, no? I don't know how you guys are. Like, if in a moment of anger, I said something about someone, if I see them, the next time I see them, I feel bad. Maybe other people aren't empathetic like that, but I truly do. That's why I don't like to do it.
For sure. I don't.
But we all, like, I'm not perfect. We all get emotional sometimes, and we sometimes say things we don't mean. But it's a matter of, like, checking yourself and being like, okay, I'm doing too much right now.
Right. And then you also have to think about, too, it's like, why are you really sharing that secret right now? Do you feel awkward? Is it literally because you don't have anything else to share? And then it's like, check yourself again that why do you feel it's okay to share your friend's information?
I was about to be like, and sometimes I feel like when you are, like, mad at someone, you know what I mean? Like, you feel the need to, like, get even, so you tell someone else's, you know, business.
Yeah.
And it just reminded me of Gretchen. Like, it bees like that, huh? Like, you are, like, so mad at your friend, and you're like, well, you know what? But you didn't hear that from me. Like, that's so fucked up just because you're mad. Like, control your emotions.
Right. But, I don't know, I guess that's maybe hard for some people, but, like, it's not acceptable.
It isn't.
Don't be out here sharing other people's business.
Mm-hmm.
Learn from this.
Learn something from this.
Because really, we all, it's just not your business
Privacy
to share.
is a beautiful, beautiful thing that I want everyone to experience. And it sucks because some people are private. They weren't born private, but they became private because their secrets were so easily shared.
Yeah.
And if you were around people who always talked about you, you know, your secrets, I hope you find better people who do create that safe bond between the two of you where you do feel like it's okay to be vulnerable around them. Because it really does suck when you are friends with people and they talk about your deepest secrets and you find out that they've been talking about it. Like, that is the ultimate form of betrayal to me. Yeah. No matter how mad we are at each other, like, I'm not going to tell people about your darkest times.
You better not. They better not. And if they do that, that is not your friend.
It's not. It's someone who wants to see you in pain.
Leave them.
Yeah. Even though they're probably in so much pain, that's why they're acting like that.
Yeah.
Still not okay.
But it's like, why would you put that on me?
Yeah.
Because I'm supposed to be here to be your friend. You know what I mean?
It's a fucked up world. We're all just children who have not healed yet.
Facts.
You know?
So our last question for today, if y'all remember, we had a video that we discussed the top 4 most romantic signs in the zodiac. And from that video, we pulled the question, do you think the signs that we chose are good at setting boundaries in love? So, Sarah, do you think the people you chose are good at setting boundaries in terms of love?
No. I don't think so.
Yeah, she said, no.
No, they're not. I picked Libra and Pisces and Taurus. I feel like if anything, Taurus may be good at it, but I also feel like sometimes when Taurus is in love, that person can do no wrong. Like almost their stubbornness that is a part of their personality comes over, you know, takes over their relationship, and they're so stubborn that they picked the right person that they're going to let them get away with murder.
Yep.
You know, like they refuse to believe that, hey, maybe the person you've been with is shitty.
Yeah.
And they're just going to let them get away, like I said, with murder. Do whatever they want because they just chose their person and they're not going to change that.
Yeah.
And we already know Libra is literally just, you know what I mean? Libra. Let's get into it, okay?
There,
Libra, you need boundaries. Like, you really need boundaries. And you need to put yourself first. You know, Libra puts a lot of effort into their relationships and completely neglects themselves. Learn something from Aries.
Right.
Learn to love yourself. Learn to set boundaries. And understand that if you set boundaries and the people leave, you're gonna be okay. But Libra is so scared of being alone that they'll let their partner also get away with murder.
Totally agree. It's like they want to keep the peace so much that they don't want to bring anything up that would rock the relationship that they love so much. But it's like, you're unhappy too, Libra, so like, why are you doing this?
For sure.
You know?
Right.
I just don't get it.
And Pisces is just, you know, Pisces boundaries, no bounds, no.
In the video, we talked about how Pisces is down to do whatever. You know what I mean? It's that water mutable. They're like, whatever you want, baby.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
Wherever, just lead the way. Like, Pisces will come any way you tell them to.
Yep. Like, I'll fit here.
Because they're just such sweet, tender souls.
And they want to be there for you.
Also, that's why I feel like they get taken advantage of. All three of these signs get taken advantage of in different ways. Like, Taurus gets taken advantage of in terms of their material possessions.
Yeah.
Often. Because, you know, Taurus, second house shit, they have a lot of things. They have a lot of value, you know? And people take advantage of Taurus because of that. And Libra, you know? When you are ruled by the 7th house, people know that you're going to value your relationship more than yourself. So you get taken advantage of that way too.
They know how to work you. You know? They literally see it.
Yeah.
It's like you're giving them the blueprint
of
how to work you, low-key.
Yeah.
And the only other sign that we haven't talked about is Cancer. And I feel like also Cancer has a hard time setting boundaries in terms of love too.
Yeah.
I feel like, again, all of these signs, they want to make their partner, they value relationships so much and they just want to make their partner happy that a lot of the times that they're willing to put their own happiness at risk to make that happen. You know? And that's not good.
They want...
You're really kind of... You can sometimes be sabotaging the relationship by doing that.
Yeah.
You know? Rather than forcing you guys to, like, grow and communicate about whatever the issue may be.
Yeah, for sure. Cancer, you know, is the sign of comfort, which means they're very comfortable with the person they've been with. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard for them to see outside of that. And they value, you know, that perfect relationship. Let's get a house. Let's pop out the babies. Like, they want that.
Yeah.
Maybe not all of you, but most of them want that. Family means everything to them. So I feel like if they see the potential of someone being their lifelong partner, they will ignore some red flags because they want that love so badly.
Right. They're looking at the bigger picture.
Absolutely.
Of the fairy tale ending already.
And I also want to say about all of these signs, like, we're not here, like, shitting, like, you guys are all bad at setting boundaries. No. We're just talking in general. But I know there's plenty of Libras, Pisces, Taurus, Cancers who have done the work, and they understand that even though they love relationships, they also want to value themselves, and they 100%. Are getting better at seeing those red flags and are getting better at setting boundaries. So I don't want to neglect all of y'all's, like, hard work.
For sure. And just because, you know, if you are still struggling with this, that doesn't mean that in the future you can't get better at this, setting boundaries in terms of love. You know what I mean? And again, this is a very broad generalization.
Yeah.
You know?
Don't
take
this
it too
personally. Again, when we talk about these signs, archetypes, these are just their archetypes.
Exactly.
This isn't you, a Libra, you, a Taurus, because you have a whole chart. All right? Remember that. You have a whole chart. That's why you shouldn't get as offended when people, not just us, anyone talks about certain signs and they give criticism, or maybe they're just mean.
Yeah.
Like, don't take it personally because you are so much more than one sign.
Correct. Lots of energies that make you you.
Exactly. All right, lovely people. Thank you for hanging out with us. We hope y'all loved this week's conversation. Don't forget to comment down below what your thoughts, and don't forget to leave us a review on Spotify, Apple, wherever you're listening to. Give this video a like. We would really appreciate it.
Yes, we post our podcast every Wednesday. It goes on all those platforms that she just talked about, but obviously here on YouTube as well. We're going to link our socials somewhere around here. Make sure you give us a follow. And if you're listening, follow us on Instagram at CharmedanDangerous, Charmed A-N Dangerous.
Share this podcast with your friends if you think that it's something they'll like, because we would love that very much.
Yes, we love hanging out with the gang. You know what I mean? We love you guys. We hope you're enjoying Aquarius season so far.
Do something different.
Yeah, be quirky, be weird. Let your freak flag fly, you know? All right, we love you.
Bye.